Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. I hope you are having a great weekend. Today, I wanted to share with you an inside look into my process of manifestation. This was something that I did it was the summer of 2020, July 2020. I showed you this aspect of my process of manifestation. And this weekend, since it's the beginning of the new year and I'm stepping into a whole year of new manifestations, I wanted to show you a piece of this process that I showed you back in July 2020. And I'll reshare that IGTV, but I wanted to just kick it off this year because I think it's a really good time to do that. So part of when I am going to manifest money, an income goal, revenue goal, one of the things that I do is I write myself a check from the abundant universe. So I get really clear on my goal, what I want, I write out the check, and then I put it on the fridge. My husband and I both do this. Hey, Carrie. And I put it on the fridge and I bring it into life, and then once it's brought to life, I move it over to this side of the fridge. Now, you'll see this side of the fridge is clear, and that's because I spent this weekend taking all the checks that I had written. This is thousands and thousands of dollars of checks that I wrote to the universe. I didn't take them off the fridge at the beginning of last year. So this is 2020 and 2021. This is what all these checks are. And I took them off the fridge because they all came true. They all manifested in one way or another. And I wrote out new checks to kick off the new year. So for the new year, I have a one-on-one client goal. I have a goal for the EmpowerHER Mastermind, a group mastermind program for women that is starting this Friday. It's starting this Friday, and this is going to be part of it. It's going to be, the EmpowerHER Mastermind is going to be all about, obviously, tactical business strategy and all that stuff, but it's also going to be about energetics and energy, because you can do tactical business strategy until the cows come home, but if your energy and your energetics is not aligned, none of it's going to manifest. None of it's going to come true. It's just not. And the further along you get in your business, the more you need to work on, do that inner work, do the personal development, do the self-development, and the more energetic work you need to do. Because the more your business grows, the more responsibilities you have, the bigger your vision and your goals get, and the more work you need to do. And then I also have a goal for the revenue for January. So my manifestation process is I get really clear on my goal. That's step one. I write myself a check to the universe. I meditate on that goal and the check to the universe. I meditate on it, like what that revenue number is. And in that meditation, it's about feeling good and bringing to life the feelings that manifestation is going to help you to feel. And then also it's that what it feels like to bring that manifestation to life. Like when you're in the process of bringing that manifestation to life, there are these different sequence of feelings that you feel when you bring it to life. Like let's take getting a new client, for example, right? So what does it feel like when you have someone reach out to you and inquire about working with you? That feels really good and exciting, right? So when you're in your meditation, you want to meditate on, like, visualize this person coming to you, that lead coming to you, and how exciting that is. And then from there, visualize what that whole process will be in terms of, okay, so they come to you and then maybe you meet with them for a sales call and then they want to sign up with you and then they pay you money and all those things and everything that it feels like to go through that process to bring that manifestation to life, and all the feelings that you feel with every single step of the way as you're bringing that manifestation to life. So feeling and what that feeling is as you're bringing that manifestation to life, and even after you've manifested it, what that feels like, you want to meditate on those feelings. Because the more that you can feel those feelings in your meditation, then the more that the manifestation will come to life. Now, maybe you're watching this and you think manifestation is some hippie shit, but it's not. It's a huge part. Energy is everything. Everything is energy. And it is a huge part of life in general. We all, like, you know, the earth's pull is magnetic. There's all this magnetic energy that brings us all together. So I wanted to just share this piece of my process of manifestation. There's lots of different elements to it, but this is one of the biggest components in terms of writing out this check to the universe, sitting down and meditating on manifesting the feelings of bringing it to life and what it would be like to bring it to life, and having faith. So what's really important when you get clear on what you want and you write out what you want and you set that intent to manifest that, it's really important to understand that it's going to come to you. The universe will deliver it to you in the way that is of the greatest good for all. And you also need to remember that it's going to be what you want. It'll be that thing that you want, or something better. So when you go into it, you don't want to lock yourself into a box of it has to be this, it has to only be this number, it only has to be this way, and you know, this many clients or whatever it is. If you lock yourself into that box, then you'll block the manifestation, you'll block the abundance. And if anyone's just joining right now, what I'm holding on to here are checks to the universe that all came true. Thousands and thousands of dollars of checks to the universe that all came true. I'm going to put that down. But so you want to make sure that when you create your manifestation and when you write that out and you go to manifest it, it's this or something better. You have to leave yourself open to receive all possibilities. And you can just put a timeline on it, an estimated timeline if you want. But you also, that goes to go with the universe is going to deliver it what is the greatest good for all, and it's going to deliver it in divine order, right? So you can say, all right, well, I want to have this client by January 15th. But if you lock yourself into this one client and this amount and by this date, and then January 15th comes and goes and you're like, oh, it's not going to happen. No, you have to stay open to, you have to have unwavering faith in the universe, and you have to stay open to any sort of timeline that is going to be when the universe decides to deliver it to you. You have to stay open to that. Just because it didn't happen on January 15th and when you wanted it to happen on January 15th doesn't mean it's never going to happen. You have to continue to have faith that it's going to happen. You still have to go through your process of feeling the feelings of the feeling as if you had that thing, right? So you still have to go through that over and over again. And if that your ideal deadline of when you want to have it comes and goes and it hasn't manifested itself, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. You need to have continuous faith in the universe that the universe is going to deliver it to you. So that is having faith is a huge part of manifestation, is continuing to believe, knowing that you are so clear that this is what you want. So since it is something that you want, you will receive it. It will be delivered to you. But what you do want to look at is when something isn't delivered to you in the timeline that you want it, look at what might be blocking that, because part of manifestation is that you need to be ready to receive that thing. And that means, for example, if your finances are shit and your relationship with money is crap and you want to attract money into your life and you don't have a business bank account and you're running a business, go open the business bank account. You have to create that container and create the thing and show the universe like, hey, I'm ready to receive this money through my business because I just opened up a business bank account. You have to do that. So that's just an example of one of the things that you have to do. And then also there could be other abundance blocks in terms of there could be things related to you individually, your health, you personally, mentally. And that could be blocking abundance. For example, if you attach your happiness to your goals, to like your big vision, to your goal, and your happiness is constantly and consistently attached to this external factor, you're never going to be happy. You have to be happy right now, in the moment, where you are right now. Even if you haven't achieved your big vision, your big goal, you have to be happy right now just because you're happy, because you love your life and you love yourself and you love what you're doing and you love all the love in your life. And if you're not happy and you are attaching you're attaching your happiness to that larger goal, you're not going to be happy. You're blocking abundance, and the universe is not going to deliver what you want. So there are things that you need to make sure that you take care of so that you can show the universe, whether it's that physical opening of a bank account or whether it's that inner work that you need to do, that you can show the universe that you are ready to receive these things that you want to, that you wrote the check for, that you set out to receive. So quick recap of this process of manifestation, and this is part of my practice. Number one, you have to get super, super clear on what you want. And the universe always knows what you want, right? For example, I've had clients in the past, more than one, who they are like working in their business, and they're just working so hard, right? And they're so tired, and they're not taking care of themselves. And they just get so focused on bringing that money in. And what they really want is rest. They just want to rest. But they're not resting. They're just pushing it, right? Well, then the universe, they go and they get sick, right? The universe delivers, oh, here you go. Here's a cold. Here's an illness. Boop. You have to rest now. You are forced to rest. You cannot push yourself anymore. And this has happened to more than one client. I've had more than one client come to me and be like, oh my God, I got sick. And so now I couldn't do any work and I had to rest. Oh yeah, because that's what you've been wanting to do for I don't even know how long, and you just haven't been doing it. So the universe always knows exactly what you want. So you also need to get very, very, very clear on what you want. And that means you really just need to sit with yourselves, and you need to really determine if anything that I wanted, it wasn't bad, there was no judgment around it, if I could have anything I want, because we can have anything we want. We can. And that's a whole other live about, that's part of my money course, Stop the Money Struggle Madness. That's, we learned that it's not okay to have desires, but I'm not going to get into too much detail about that. But it's okay for us to have whatever we want. So get clear on exactly what you want. Once you get clear on exactly what you want, the ritual that I like to do is I like to write myself a check to the universe for that dollar amount of what it is. And that's if it's something that's related to my business, that's a dollar amount. I write myself the check to the universe. And then I go through a daily practice of meditation every single morning, of visualizing the steps that I would go through, and the events that would happen to manifest this money. And like a new lead coming to me to sign up for a program, and what that would look like, and how that and I visualize the conversation in my meditation. Is it going to be an Instagram chat? Is it going to come through an application? And then we're going to have a sales call. What's the sales call going to be like? And what is it going to feel like? And I visualize that, and then I visualize the feeling of the person signing up, and what's that like, and how exciting is that? And so I go through and every day I do it until I manifest it. Every single day I will go through this process in my meditation about visualizing it and going through the steps and bringing it to life and doing all that. And I'll even like write it out in my journal. I'll journal out who, like, getting this client and how much money it is and all these things. And I have unwavering faith. So unwavering faith in the universe. So even if whatever deadline I put on it, right? So like I have a certain dollar amount for January revenue. If for some reason this January revenue doesn't come true, I'm not going to lose faith on this. If January 31st comes and goes, I'm not going to lose faith. Maybe this particular revenue amount is not meant to happen in January. Maybe it's meant to happen in February. So if January 31st comes and goes, I'm still going to hang on to this check. I'm still going to believe that this number is going to come true. And when it finally comes true, then I'll know I had that unwavering faith in the universe, and I manifest it. And then the next thing is, so get clear on what you want, make sure you're implementing your rituals and your practices so that you can feel the feelings of the thing as if you already have it, right? As if you already had it. Have unwavering faith in the universe. That's number 3. You like my nails? They're so pretty, right? I just got them done yesterday. And have unwavering faith in the universe. And then also there was another thing, and you need to be ready. So that's 1, 2, 3. Number 4, be ready to receive. So being ready to receive, that means either you need to do something physical to set up the space or whatever it is to receive the thing, and or make sure you're doing that inner work so that you are not blocking abundance. You're not holding on to judgment. You're not holding on to guilt. You're not holding on to shame. You're not holding on to like the imposter syndrome and the comparison trap and thinking you're not good enough, right? You're not holding on to any bad feelings, or you're unhappy because your happiness is based upon this thing you manifest. No, you need to be happy right now. So make sure you do that work. So those 4 things are really, 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 really important. And then number 5 is, it's this or something better. So allow the universe to deliver you that thing that you want or something better in the way that it should be delivered to you. You might have a vision in your mind of how that thing is going to be delivered to you, but the universe might have a whole other plan about how it wants to deliver it to you. So you have to stay open to this or something better, and let it be this or something better, and let it be delivered in a way that might not be the way that you're thinking that it's going to be delivered in that way. This or something better, and in the timeline that the universe thinks it should be delivered to you. All right, so those 5 things, recap. I know it's a lot of info, but hopefully this was helpful, and I'll keep you updated. I think I should do these check-ins. The first one that I did, and it was like July 2020, I did with all these checks to the universe, thousands and thousands of dollars that came true, right? And I just took them off the fridge on yesterday, and wrote some new ones here, right? It's way too long for me to let that much time pass, a year and a half. So I'll definitely do a check-in about all this and how these checks are moving over here, and new checks are coming onto my fridge. And I would love it if you engage in this too. If you want to, I have a PDF version of the check to the universe. So if you would like me to send it to you, just send me a DM, and I'd be happy to send it to you, and you can start implementing this practice, and we can do it together, and we can share it in our stories, and we can talk about it, and we can make it really fun. It should be fun. It should be a lot of fun. All right, so I hope this was really helpful. Thank you all for joining. I know Carrie was here, and I know that Valerie, you're here, and let's see, I saw like a few more people here. Thank you so much for joining. It was really awesome to have you here. Have a really great rest of your Sunday, and I will be back on here real soon with more money talk, more manifestation talk, and just lots more good stuff, lots more mini trainings and stuff. Okay, bye.